Hi everyone. I wanted to take some time right now. After reading a couple of the comments, there are a few people out there still that really don't see anything major happening in the very near future. They think everything is pretty much the same as it always has been, and nothing really is out of the ordinary. Well, I just wanted to take a few moments now and explain my take on it, and I'm sure a lot of people understand what's coming down the road and why I think that this is not just like any other time in history. Uh, a lot of pieces of the puzzle are actually falling into place right now. And what I mean by that, I'm not going to stick to just one area. I'm not going to stick to Bible prophecy. I'm not going to stick to the Mayan calendar. And I'm not going to just stick to prophecies of St. Malachi or anything like that. But I am going to say that all of these prophecies and predictions and what people are seeing through remote viewing actually play a very big role because they all are culminating at the very, very exact time this year that we're living in. Now, I guess we can start with the most known, the Mayan calendar 2012. What does the Mayan calendar say? It doesn't say that the world's going to be destroyed, okay? That's a very big misnomer. It says that this age will end, okay? The age we're living in, the type of uh, lifestyle that we're living in will end, okay? And that's supposed to happen on December 21st, 2012. So we have that. And then, of course, you have the prophecies of Saint Malachi. Okay, Saint Malachi listed a whole bunch of popes. Okay, I don't remember the number, but right now we're up to the second to last pope on the list, which is Ratzinger. Ratzinger is the second to last pope. And why is this important? This is important because if something would happen to him, and I'm not wishing him any ill will, but if something would happen to him, that would bring in line the last pope, and it would fall in line with exactly 2012. Now, if something would happen to him, the last pope on the list after Ratzinger was given a motto, a little phrase that Saint Malachi put on every pope, and the motto he gave him, he said, the uh, the last pope will reign in the time of when the city of the seven hills will be utterly destroyed, which is Rome, and the great judge will judge the people. The end. So I mean, anyone can play, try and interpret that as they wish, but to me, it doesn't sound like a very positive ending. You know, the great judge judging the people and a whole city being destroyed sounds like biblical prophecy to me. God judging the world, maybe. And then, of course, you have the Bible. The Bible prophecies talk about storms and upheavals, earthquakes, and a whole bunch of really, really bad events happening as far as earth changes goes, natural events. And just today, I mean, there was a major, major outbreak of tornadoes that people haven't seen in their lifetime. I was watching the news, and these storms are just immense. One guy actually was a storm chaser, and he says he's never seen anything like this in his entire life as a storm chaser. So that says a lot. And then, of course, you have the thing going on with the Middle East, which is huge, people. Everyone that has their eyes open is talking about this. And it involves Iran, it involves Israel, it involves Syria, it involves Russia, it involves China, and it involves the US. And, I got a lot of emails about this. There's a whole bunch of speculation. Some people think that this is just another war. Well, this is very interesting that people could say that because obviously they don't know too much about history. Um, this has never happened before, This has never happened before. Anyone that says that all these countries in the Middle East, these uprisings, Egypt, Libya, uh, Syria, what's going on right now with Iran, this has never happened before. And it brings me back to a movie that I watched once back in the 80s. Now, I know a lot of people don't believe the Nostradamus prophecies, but I do remember watching the end of a movie called The Man Who Saw Tomorrow. And although they get the date wrong, he mentioned the year 1999 and 7 months. They do mention a guy coming in from the Middle East that gets nuclear capability. If anyone ever gets that movie, should get your hands on the DVD or the VHS tape. It was narrated by Orson Welles, but nevertheless, he talks about the scope of the whole idea about the last war would be uh, a guy from the Middle East gets nuclear capability with the help from Russia, and that in turn sets off a third world war with this guy from the Middle East, this leader, actually launching nuclear weapons, and that's starting a third world war. So what do we have here, folks? We got a Middle Eastern country that is about to get nuclear weaponry. You know, you have Israel trying to stop them. You have the United States really uh, on the uh, on the fence right now because Obama doesn't want to do anything because the elections are coming up. Israel doesn't want to wait any longer because their livelihood, their existence is being threatened if they wait. They're not going to wait until they get the bomb. You got Syria with a madman killing people left and right. I think they're up to 7,500 people being killed over in that country. And God knows what's going to happen there. If we send in troops, if we intervene there, that could set off a whole nother chain of events with Russia and China. So what we're living in right now is very interesting because I feel like all these events are pointing down to a very, very interesting timeline. Now, another thing I wanted to point out was the sun. The solar activity on the sun. Now, every 11 years, for those of you who don't know, the sun goes through one of its tantrums. Okay, it's called the solar maximum. What makes this solar maximum interesting is that it falls in line with the 2012 date, the end of 2012 into 2013. And if many people that are seeing future events play out, this could have an impact on the planet in ways that we couldn't even imagine. I mean, if a major solar flare would shoot off the sun and be a direct hit onto the Earth, we could be set back a couple of hundred years. You know, think about our way of lifestyle without electricity, folks. You know, it would be devastating, absolutely devastating. Just imagine, take one area for instance, just the hospitals alone, living with no electricity, no generators, because everything would be fried. Generators would eventually run out of gasoline or diesel, whatever they run on, and you'd have respirators and emergency. You just don't want to go there, people. You really don't. All the hospitals in the entire world just gone. No electric to power them. It would be really bad. I mean, that's just one area. I'm not even talking about economics. I'm just talking about the hospitals. Millions of people would just die from that. So it's just an amazing thing if it would happen. It would just be devastating, I should say. And if anyone wants to look into it, Ed Dames, Ed Dames, he does a remote viewing session, and what he sees is something called a kill shot. And a kill shot is pretty much a major solar flare hitting the planet around 2012. Around that time frame. So we're living in a very interesting time, people. And I kind of chuckle when I see people write stuff like, oh, you're a fearmonger or this or you're that. I wouldn't think these things if it was just one event. If it was just somebody saying, oh, this is Bible prophecy, look, it says about Israel and Iran, I wouldn't really think much of it, you know. But you have all of these things culminating in exactly the same time frame. You got the Mayan calendar, you got the two wars that are about to break out in the Middle East, you got the sun about to explode into a major eruption possibly with the peak happening around 2012 2013, And then, of course, you got the 2012 Mayan calendar thing that falls into place. Now, if we get into 2013 and nothing happens, then everyone can say I'm wrong. But to tell you the truth, folks, I really don't think so. And I think we should all fasten our seatbelts because it's going to be a very, very bumpy ride. Take it easy, people. Stay safe. Bye.